Hey guys, Jay-Sensei again. This is going to be a new kind of what if, kind of. Now, I've done a Batman what if before. This will be very similar to where Batman has powers. But in this one, well, this is not going to be a part two. This is going to be a different universe. It's going to expand into the Injustice universe. Let's think about the show or video games. Kind of. Video games tie in to the comics after about, I think at the end of each comic run, we go into the games. Like at the end of Injustice 1, or at the end of the first Injustice, like at the end of year 5 in Injustice, we go into the game. In the game, they beat Superman, then he's imprisoned. And then after that, we go on to comics, and then we go on to at the end of the comics where we have Brainiac establishing his control, and then we go into the beginning of the game, and then go into the end to defeat a Brainiac, depending on which route you take. So, yeah. Alright, so for this one, Bruce's backstory, by the way, for the names, I've been jumping between the hero identity and their actual names. It's gonna be different, I'm sorry. I can't keep it consistent. But Bruce's backstory is the same until he experiences his fear of bats. Pretty sure in the Nolan movies, where it's like Christian Bale, I think it's Christopher Nolan, where he falls into a small hole, and then a bat flies at him. I think it's in Nolan movies. We're going to be referencing that. This time when he sees a bat fly at him, he would immediately cover himself, but immediately as he does that, well, darkness covers him. The ground is pitch black. But then eventually when he tries to move it, he realizes it's a physical object that's covering him. And eventually after a few minutes, he's able to actually reveal himself. And with this, he shows it to Alfred. And Alfred thinks that having a kid with powers is too dangerous to expose to normal school. But he loves Bruce too much to actually throw him away to scientists. So he homeschools Bruce until he can control his powers, and at the same time he also teaches Bruce martial arts. And just how to control his powers, or helping him control his powers, but also giving him basic education. But this does take a bit of, not a toll, but it does give Bruce actually a bit more tactics when it comes to combat, as Alfred was a Marine. So Bruce's talent combat tactics are more militant-based, it's just more of a respect to Alfred. It's not that, his morals change. No, it's more like, these tactics are lethal. I just ensure that I don't kill anyone doing them. They can be lethal if they need to, I can just alter it. So, yeah. The reason martial arts that Alfred is, if you Google it, Alfred can use, Taekwondo, Judo, wrestling, all that. Bruce, those doesn't really matter. He's going to learn them regardless. So, yeah. The Batman, he has his usual suit, but it's laced with darkness, as that enhances his durability and his resistance against attacks with light. Being tied into Dr. Light, if you were to hit Batman, actually, he would not really do any damage. The darkness would just absorb it and reflect it. Or just absorb it, actually. Or if it's just Superman's heat vision, it wouldn't go straight through him. It would just, take a lot more time to do so. It's Superman, so it's going to penetrate him eventually, but still, it wouldn't be as immediate. So, yeah. Now, he's a much better skill set and more fearsome skill set as well. Made him a bit of a legend among Gotham to the point where no one actually can truly tell if he exists. The thing is, the only people who actually know he exists as concrete evidence: the Bat Family and Jim Gordon and the Justice League. When people in Gotham know who he exists are confidently the Bat Family and Jim Gordon. That is it. And the Joker, kind of. He's still debating if Batman is real or just a shadow demon. He doesn't know which it is because he's never seen anything below the mouth. He still has the same costume, it's just in darkness, but he moves so fast within shadows, Joker cannot tell if he exists or not. It's very complicated. Plus, he's never really seen during the day. They have different people for that, so, yeah. I'm gonna go over his entire skill set. Now, Kinesis is the basic, that's what he has as default, but he can teleport and hide in shadows. He also create kind of just portals. And certain portals that are already opened, he can find them. If he opened a portal or if he's been traveled through the shadow of, let's say, Empire State Building. He's traveled through the shadow to go there. That there's always a portal to it, and it leads out, it's open so he can see what's going on. That's also how he expands his network of just, knowledge. So, yeah. He also does just spies on people a lot, but he prefers not to do that, as he usually ignores it. But he has to kind of conjure a portal. He has to think of the location. As long as he's been there, a portal will appear. So, yeah. He also manipulates his own shadow to be, not a soldier, but it can be, molded into weapons. And, well, yeah. And this is, I would say, say if he could mold into a soldier, it'd be Zerrin or Batman, but that doesn't really matter too much because I don't have to use that, so I'm kind of just like there's no soldier. I have to use it. There's Darkness Mastery, which visual darkness mastery, where you basically see all forms of vision. You can be pitch black, where you see he has night vision, also UV vision, all that. So yeah. He has shadow shaping, kind of like what he does his own shadow with like weapons, but he also just turns shadows around him, turn those into like tendrils, whips, or balls of darkness that just explode when they hit you. So yeah. And there's a darkness dimension. There's nothing but darkness. There are creatures in there, but they usually ignore Bruce since he basically controls the entire dimension. They're his power set and only his power set. Only people who can access it are literally just Damien and magic users who can travel to this dimension. But only people that are safe in there are literally Bruce and Damien. And that's it. And Damien is like very iffy. Creatures, no one can really see them, except for Bruce because his vision's the best of all people, basically. But yeah. Well, and Superman, I guess, but yeah. There's temporary shadow erasure, where it paralyzes enemies in place for a little bit, until, after about like 5-ish minutes, the shadow comes back. He's also immune to darkness-based attacks, and those who are pure evil cannot do 100% damage to him. In this one, I don't think Superman's pure evil, it's just he has a very twisted sense of justice. Like, he thinks he's doing good, well, he kind of was, actually, but he's not pure evil. I'd give him like a good 75% to 80% evil, and that's about it. But mostly his damage won't be full power on Batman. So yeah. Damien and his power set isn't as wide as Bruce's, but they're still like he can absorb bright attacks, he can shape his shadows, and he can hide and teleport through them. But it's harder for him to stay in the shadow dimension because, simply put, it's not his dimension. He doesn't know much about it because, it kicks him out after a while. Like, if he doesn't teleport on his own, he's just going to be shot out of it. So, yeah. So, yeah, now we move forward to, what was it? Oh, yeah, just, some more backstory. Now, so he's a legend among those in Gotham, but also kind of a demon, like, those who he fights. I would say, I heard mention those who actually know him are Talia and Raish, or Roz. His pronunciation is different, but pretty sure it's supposed to be Arabic, and in Arabic it's more similar to Ross. It'd be pretty similar to that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, to those he fights like seriously, like he is not a big fan of your existence, so he'll fight you, not really holding back. He's a demon to them, such as Deathstroke, the Suicide Squad, or the League of Assassins in general. So yeah. When it comes to his time with the Robins, he was able to make them more efficient since, like, he doesn't really need to master the darkness. He did that a long time ago. He just travels in it. So the Robins basically get the training he does for the shadows, because he is essentially a living shadow. So with this, well, they're a lot stronger, much faster. So, yeah. Plus, due to him being able to shape his shadows and basically anything he wants to, they also gain an affinity for fighting against most weapons. Pulling fucking Sandbag, learning to fight against, like, this is how you fight against a spear missile hybrid. Like, they can fight against basically any form of weapon because they've either experienced it or something more dangerous. So, yeah. This one when Jason should die. Bruce was able to actually find his shadow, because it's a lot harder to just kind of just think about it, and he'll find, well, the way he phrases it is that he'll think of shadows, or think of someone's shadow as long as he's seen it, like, just, like, vividly imagine their body in the form of a shadow. There will be multiple body types that appear that are possible shadows. He should assume he finds the right one. Dude has really good memory. He memorizes people's body types, so it's not really hard to do, but he hasn't really been in people's shadows. It's not a thing he does to close friends. So, when he found Jason's shadow, he assumed that this was the right one, jumped out of it, and actually it was the right form of Jason's. What he did, instead of just trying to save Jason, he immediately just shot the bomb in the, or cover him and Jason in a shadow, and once it goes off, well, Jason's alive, and he's alive and, safe, so he does not die in this one. And he does not become that, spoiler for a little bit if you don't know the comics, he does not become that evil version of Batman. That's not him anymore. He still becomes Red Hood to strike out as independent, as, like, he wanted to take after Dick, but he actually feels like a great debt of gratitude to Batman. Like, he's like, you saved my life when I didn't think you would. So he immediately thinks of, like, I owe you a big favor. So Jason actually acts on, like, he still wants to use guns, but out of respect for Bruce, really, really hard, like, rubber bullets. Like, they will send an average human flying over a car. So if you die, you are not meant to be a supervillain. If you're not meant to be a villain at all. An average human might be killed by these, but they're still just really hard. Yeah. But we go on to probably just after that, where he's the Red Hood, and he just goes on doing his own thing, but also during the day, he patrols Gotham for Bruce. So yeah. Sorry, I got pizza. But yeah, so Jason kind of patrols Gotham during the day sometimes. Like once a week he'll stop by during the day and literally just clear out Gotham. The only solid hero that everyone knows exists is Red Hood. It's only solid the hero that they know for sure exists. So, yeah. So he's Red Hood, just now not without the vengeance boner. So yeah. Damian soon joins and is trained more efficiently by Bruce because Ross thought that I know Shadow's better than the Bat. I'll be a better teacher. Damian fights Bruce and gets his shit rocked in a way he did not know was possible. So Batman basically proves to Damian that he's the most superior hand-to-hand fighter on the planet because his power is mastered beyond belief. So yeah. Alright, now the story we all know and love. So when Lois gets captured, well, immediately Bruce is like, Joker hasn't done anything in a few days, he might be behind this. So when he doesn't find Joker in Gotham, well, they all assume, hey, it's Joker. Due to him capturing Harley so many times, Batman knows Harley's easier pickings, he finds her shadow, and a portal to it opens. So he travels through the realm and appears in Submarine. Now, Joker anticipated this, and he actually hit Batman over the head with a giant canister of fear toxins, spraying it in his face. Now, Batman basically controlled the gas that hit him into the Shadow Realm, but he's still a bit dazed, so he pretty easily still beats Joker and Harley. Superman heard them, burst in, and tried to grab Lois, only to see Doomsday. But because Batman can find out the fear toxin in time due to him being dazed, well, Superman sees Doomsday, and the scariest fucking thing he's ever seen in his life, a very big demonic bat, who is starting to trap him in the Shadow Realm, and it's really just Batman reaching out like, hey, you good? Did the fear toxin get you? You know, he just sees a bat trying to grab him and kill him. It's terrifying to him. So with this, Batman just punched clean out of Submarine. Didn't really fully hurt him, because actually no, it hurt him a lot, because Superman is like 100% pure at this point. He hit the ground and he barely tank that punch, but he coughs up blood, and then Superman still kills Lois. But due to Batman knowing all these plans at this point, because he was able to look around the Submarine, he did not fan it out all the way though, he's able to alert everyone, which actually leads to a different form of casualties. Beast Boy in this one does survive. I forgot to use him, because I completely forgot he survived. I should have made a list on who survived and to give it a closer look at the power list, because there was a lot of unused things here that could have gone really well. Probably going to imply them, but still going to be really hard to do so, because there's not really an assigned script like I have right now. So yeah. But still, Batman is able to alert a lot of people about what's going to happen. So with this, well, Kid Flash, a lot of other heroes basically immediately report to Central City and save it. The thing is, 2 people still die, and it's not going to be like Wally it's Bart, I believe, Bart and Beast Boy. In this one, it's Wally and Cassie. Mainly because Beast Boy was actually able to fly out, because simply put, he's not well equipped to save the people. If he's an elephant, he's too slow. If he's a bird, he can't carry enough people, only like a child. Beast Boy kind of just saves children, and once there's no more children he can get to in time, he saves out of Metropolis, and he lives. I think a Shockwave broke an arm. So yeah. But Bart or Wally, one of those two, and Cassie die. We don't know. I don't think we'll say if it's Bart or Wally, but I'm assuming it's Wally. But I'm going to where it looks says Bart, so wait, pause. Alright, sorry about that. So the bomb goes off, Bart or Wally and Cassie die. Superman returns, and Batman simply told him, Batman's like, well, first she realized that Batman was like holding his chest, and he had broken a few ribs. They're healing quickly, because Batman kind of used the shadows to pull his body apart, or pull his body together again. But yeah, she would apologize, and Bruce simply says, you acted too quickly. Well, little does he know that what he says right now makes Clark feel like he's being blamed for the death of Lois, which he kind of is at fault, but still, the way Bruce said it, and the way in his tone, literally everything about it hurt Clark. Clark feels like he's being blamed for it. So with this, he flies off while Batman is going to interrogate the Joker. When Joker starts hearing everything, he's like you're just a mere man. And Batman starts thinking I'm pissed right now, I'm injured. He starts realizing that first he also can kind of hear really well. He's a lot more enhanced. So with extra vision and a lot more, he actually can see Clark coming a little bit away. So instantly, he would grab Joker by the neck and yank him into his cloak, losing him to the entirety of the Shadow Dimension. He does not want Clark to die, but also does not think the creatures in there might kill him, might kill Joker, but he's not sure what they eat. He never figured it out. But he knows that they can live for basically an indefinite amount of time without food or water, or at least not that he can tell. So with this, he doesn't know if he killed Joker or not, but Joker is now trapped in his cloak. So, yeah. Now, Superman would immediately grab Batman by the collar, immediately demand, hand him over to me. I need him dead. But when he demanded that, Batman looked down at him and said, he could be dead or alive right now. I would not know, and I will not go find him to give him to you. Even if I do that, I will lock him in somewhere where you will not be able to find him. Batman would immediately punch him in the stomach again, or in the chest again, but Batman immediately just covered shadows around him, as at this point, Superman's basically 100% evil temporarily. So the punch basically did not do as much damage, but it did send him flying back. But no damage was dealt. At this point, his body had been fully healed by now. He heals faster than usual. With this leads to a fight between Superman and Batman, and, well, it more or less just ends with Superman retreating to the Fortress of Solitude because Batman was literally just being able to dodge and counter all the punches. So yeah, but this time we have Superboy and Titans go over to more or less just talk to Clark. And this time, actually no, this is later. This is later. My bad. Actually, is it? Huh. I think yeah, I'm getting to it. The story is so similar until Mirror Master, pretty sure it's Mirror Master, took Jonathan and Martha Kent. Now, Batman didn't want to get involved with Clark anymore, as he starts realizing he might have blamed Clark, and he wants to sort of to talk. So when he's not ready for it, but he's like, I'm not going to go find them for you, but I can estimate where he is. As he needs to sketch a Mirror Master, finds an estimate of what his body type should look like. After finding a few similar shadows that narrowed it down, he mentions he got on coordinates, and Superman will immediately fly there and stop him. But he does try to kill him, so Batman saves him, and then hands him over to proper authorities. Superman, now ready to fight Batman again, would not kill Mirror Master, because respect. So yeah. But time passes, and we go into the whole thing with Superboy and I would say everything about Superboy happens the same with Superman and all that. There's just Cassie isn't there, instead it's Beast Boy, which is less useful. But Batman can't find Tim Shadow after he needs a bit of help with Gotham because he's still sorting himself out. He's like, where's Tim? He's actually thinking of any location where he's he even brings in all the Batman, what are locations that list off where we can't find where someone's shadow disappears off the face of the earth. Even if he's on a different planet, I should be able to find him. It'll take a lot longer, but I should be able to find him. I can't. Looking off different places, did he die? Batman's no. Did people have a shadow? Unless they're in a casket. Or is he in a casket? So immediately that leaves to just the Beast Boy, not Beast Boy, it leaves to someone else looking for Beast Boy and all them, because Beast Boy's even gone too. And if I say it's Jason, he's the one with the least morals, besides Damian. But eventually when Damian narrows down, I can think of anywhere. But Alfred wrote time in saying, Phantom Zone. Did you think of that yet? And immediately looks down and says, he wouldn't. Immediately everyone's Damian's no, he's doing good things. He wouldn't try to him in the Phantom Zone. He tries to grab Bruce, but Bruce just pushes him away, telling him, this is the only reasonable response I can think of. He run out of the Batcave, using the Batmobile or the Batjet. He just runs out, jumps in the air, and just makes wings. And he flies through basically every shadowy part of the world because he travels faster if he's going through shadows. Here at the Fortress of Solitude, and he's able to sneak in by basically just there's you need a key. He can literally just turn shadows through it and opens it like that. So he goes inside. And, when he can't lift the Phantom Zone generator, he would just send it to the Shadow Dimension, which is basically no gravity. At least when it applies to Bruce, because he can control everything in there, there's really no gravity for him. And he holds things up, by just using shadows to hold them up, so they don't really fall everywhere. But he's able to open the Phantom Zone, and, due to him being able to go in there and find everyone in time, he's using shadows to hold it open, where he's kind of just blocking it off with shadows, so no one can get in or out aside from him and whoever he wants. So, Zod stays behind in this one. He does not kill Tim. That's why he's not in the second game. Pause. So, Zod doesn't get out, but when everyone breaks down, about Connor's punctured heart after Superman hit him in the chest, broke a rib, and the rib punctured his heart, Batman would immediately leave the zone, and he would find, Lex, Cyborg, and Martian Manhunter. And Lex is already on like Batman's side at this point, but double agent. Cyborg doesn't know this, but Cyborg's like, "What do you want with me? Like my entire team's dead, and I'm not on your side." And it's like, "Oh, actually, they're alive." I mean, Cyborg's like, "What do you mean they're alive? They're not. I can't find them." Batman's like, "Cyborg put them in the Phantom Zone." Wait, he didn't tell you that? Superman didn't tell you that he put your friends in a whole different dimension where time doesn't pass and they don't exist? Immediately, Cyborg's like, "Oh, fuck." So Batman rushes the rest of there, telling them what happened to Connor. And Cyborg is like, "All right, well, I'm going to your side." Batman's like, "No, stay with Lex and act as a double agent." Lex, I kind of need some material to get kryptonite out of a human shit, out of not kryptonite, but fix someone's heart. It's punctured. So Cyborg, Martian Manhunter, and all them, they begin helping Connor with his heart until it's better, and he's fine now. But Batman keeps them hidden out of Titan's tower for a while. So yeah. We also just turn the Phantom Zone generators, keeping that as like an ace in the hole. So, yeah. Excuse me. Pause. Sorry about that. But, after Connor's fine, we go on to the time of Superman's assault on Arkham. The Bat Family minus Batgirl minus Batgirl and Batwoman, because I don't think Oracle is Batman just yet. The Bat Family would arrive, and they try to stop it, but Damian would run Superman's side and try to assist in killing different villains. Now, when Damian canonically kills Nightwing, for those who want to play the games and not the comics, the reason Nightwing is replaced by Damian is simply because Damian had thrown a baton at Nightwing's head, usually something they did in training, and Nightwing catches it. Because they're not in training and this is mid-battle, he wasn't ready to have something thrown at him from the side, so he hits his head in the head, falls over because he's knocked out, and hits the end, breaks his neck on a rock. And this one dude, basically everyone being on guard, especially around Damian, who's more lethal than trying to stop him killing everyone. Due to people having multiple eyes on Damian. Well, either Bruce can stop it by grabbing it with the shadow, Red Hood can shoot it, or Tim can smack it out of just the air, just out of everyone. By the way, so Superboy's the one that's hidden, not everyone else. Superman's like, "Oh, yeah, he got them on Phantom Zone. I haven't seen Superboy, so he's probably in there, so because he's dying." So yeah. But yeah, aside from that, back to this. So this one, I'm gonna go through Red Hood shooting Damian's baton and basically blowing it apart because he's using real bullets. Using real bullets, but not like on people. He's just shooting them around them to knock them down. So yeah. Immediately, Damian is surprised that Dick wasn't ready for it, and he's like, "I could have killed my brother." When midst of him being surprised, he's kicked right in the face by Tim and then knocks him out right then and there. But not for long as he gets up, fights Tim, and when he was beating Tim. Immediately, we would have, like, the sides of that being established here, like Green Arrow and all that. I don't think Green Arrow's here, actually. It might just be, like, Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Batman, Robin, and I think Green Arrow and Canary. Well, actually, maybe Harley Quinn, actually. If Harley Quinn's one that's there, I can see her arriving and just bashing Damian around with Tim. And those are able to overwhelm him a little bit, which gets him away, and he then leaves Superman and Wonder Woman and all them. But due to Cyborg knowing that Damian, or Cyborg and Lex knowing that Damian's 100% Superman's side right now, they're not going to reveal themselves just yet. So yeah, now pause. So now we go on to Batman's side. He's the main character for the story. Batman's team consists of himself, Nightwing, Red Hood, the Teen Titans minus Bart and Cassie, but Cyborg's a double agent, so he kind of counts. Aquaman, Green Arrow. I messed up punctuation here. Green Arrow, Black Canary, Black Lightning, Catwoman, Huntress, Captain Atom, Batwoman, Lex Luthor as double agent, and then I think also we can count. This is for later, but also Wildcat, but he's not really there right now. So, but yeah, Wildcat's there too. So yeah. But yeah, that's Batman's side. No, Batman's side, the Insurgency, still Insurgency, still kidnaps Hot Girl. And when Martian Manhunter replaces her, Batman does warn him a little bit. Like, he's been using shadows around the Watchtower, or more just to listen in. And he's like, when the mental state is worsening, like, he may actually kill you if you get caught. So be ready for that you might die. So yeah. So with this, well, Martian Manhunter's kind of ready to die at this point, or where it might happen. So yeah. Now eventually there's a parademon invasion sent by the son of Darkseid, Kalibok. Darkseid will be more relevant later. But Bruce decides to actually save Gotham mostly in this one. This would cover Gotham and a bit more of like surrounding areas as much as he can in just a giant dome of darkness. And this is where Connor reveals himself to be out of Phantom Zone and fully functional and alive right now. And he also would actually be taking super pills to enhance his power, as those are still around, and Cyborg currently feeding information on them to Batman and Tim simultaneously. So those two have already like with one model like version of it done. And because Connor doesn't really get sick, he can take the pill risk free, and didn't make him actually physically stronger. It just didn't last as long. But it's able to actually keep up with Superman a little bit physically in terms of flight speed and all that. So him and Superman clean on the parademons pretty easily with less casualties as canon. So yeah. But eventually with this, Luthor and Cyborg, they had the full 100% blueprint done, but Batman and Tim had it first. As when Superboy, when the side effects that it had with like, he was a bit tired after it, but I'm not too tired, but also his strength and speed actually did increase, but not for long. So time limit and a little bit of a headache after, like, okay, we got it. So Batman and Tim, they both have the finished version first. So they're to be in mass producing it. In every single Bat cave except for the one Superman knows about. So, yeah. And also Alfred knowing how to manage it. He's been producing a little bit of them in the normal Batcave, but not as many. Just a little bit, and he hides them. So yeah. But eventually Damian, after taking a pill that was given to him by Lex, or not by Lex, but probably just like he found them when they were done, took a pill, and decided to go try to fight Batman. So he teleports to the Batcave, and he tried fighting Bruce. But, due to Bruce basically being the originator of Damian's powers and Damian's best master, Damian did not stand a single chance. Because Damian tries to fight like Bruce. He simply cannot do that. Because Bruce knows himself better than anyone. Aside from like maybe a mind reader. Which exist. So Damian just realized that like, due to him knowing this, Bruce can't really like, or Damian can't really like fight or hit Bruce at 100% power, because the Shadows basically obey Bruce. He is the originator of this power. Shadows will only do full damage to Bruce, and Damian's like, oh, this isn't gonna work out really well. This basically leads to like Damian's getting caught off guard because he doesn't know enough about Batman power wise. He thinks he does, he just doesn't. So with this, Damian is caught off guard for a sec, and gets the meanest right hook to the ribs, and knocks him out. So with that, Damian hits the ground holding his ribs, and barely escapes by using shadows to get to the teleporter, and then teleports away. So yeah. Then eventually more time passes, and Clark tried to use Cyborg to announce Batman's identity on social media, but Cyborg would actually take down social media and explain it was probably Batman. He's really good at technology, and he has Tim. Superman's like, alright, fuck it, I'll say it myself in public. He does it, but not only none people believe him, because they're either scared, or due to basically the demon protecting nearly 3.5 or 2.5 states by himself against parademons, but also the Teen Titans seemingly be on his side, and one of the Teen Titans helped take out the parademons. It was a 50-50 between he is Bruce Wayne, he isn't Bruce Wayne, he is, he isn't, he is, he isn't. It's kind of a clash of beliefs. So, yeah. But Bruce Wayne actually announced, like, saying, like, he makes an announcement saying, I'm a big Superman fan. I don't know why he'd say that. And plus, in Gotham, not many people believe Batman exists. Literally, it's just a few villains in the Bat family and the Justice League. That is it. Superman doesn't really know that. He understands, like, he thinks that Batman fights like how he does in canon. He doesn't claim that he's basically a shadow demon in Gotham. So many people are like, wait, no one's ever seen Batman up close. I mean, they're like, people are like, it goes like 70% of people are like, Batman is just a demon. It's not a man. Even like when it comes to villains, like, I don't even know. I fought him and he beat me too quickly to realize if he's a human or not. He might have skin. I'm not sure, but he hits people. I know that. I've been hit a few times. That's it. That's all I know about him. So yeah. Alright. But eventually, we go on further to Manhunter being able to like, Or first when they realize that Hawkgirl's captured and that Martian Manhunter has been posing as her most of the time. Then he goes on to Batman meeting them and to negotiate her release, but Batman turns out to be Martian Manhunter saying, we ended up releasing her a while ago. So with this, Batman and Superman's like, oh, bullshit. And he goes to grab Batman, only for him to fly off. We're like, Martian Manhunter. Then Diana catches up. He goes inside her body to cut off her airway. But then, when he's about to be melted alive by Superman, who's using heat vision it would kill Martian Manhunter, but not really affect Wonder Woman. But Batman watching this through Martian Manhunter's shadow, just ready to get him out of there. Immediately, he would actually open a shadow. That's actually combined with Diana's, because it's two people in one body. With this immediately, he opens a shadow, opens a portal in Diana's shadow, and Martian Manhunter would jump out of it by going out of her ear, through it, and he returns to the Batcave. Really badly burned, but alive. And he would just heal secretly. So, yeah. Moving on to a fight at the Fortress of Solitude. Batman, Black Canary, Green Arrow, Red Hood, Captain Atom, and Superboy. They're at the Fortress of Solitude to destroy the production of super pills. As they're really only going on at the Fortress of Solitude and Watchtower, that of just dozens of different bat caves. So, yeah. Plus, there's not really as many geniuses working on, said pills. And the two geniuses that are helping Superman develop the pills are on Batman's side. Basically, every bright mind in the world is on Batman's side. So, yeah. But eventually, a lot of this is going very similar, except for like Superboy and a few others clashing with Superman. But we eventually would have Diana trying to catch Captain Atom, only for Captain Atom to transform again into Martian Manhunter. And he just says, round 2. And would uppercut Diana straight in the atmosphere. And he would cut off her oxygen again, but he doesn't try to kill her. But when he does escape her body, she had already fallen into a coma due to just the lack of air to her brain. Now Superman would see this and try to dash at Manhunter, even trying to burn him. Only for Batman to surround Clark's head in just shadows, and the blast would just kind of explode in his face. Which would actually kind of burn Clark. But then Manhunter and Captain Atom, begin punching them together. Then Superboy would join in, and basically a group jumping while everyone else evacuates. Like, they end up taking all of the super pills, and then they end up destroying the machinery. But thanks to the begging of Jonathan and Martha, they leave. They don't take Clark. So yeah. But he really equates all the pills across all the Batcaves evenly. So yeah. But at the Batcave, Superman would arrive for round 2 against Bruce, thinking he wouldn't be there with other people. There's not as many people as there was last time. But the thing is, the entirety of the Bat family is there, minus Damian. And I guess, Lucius's kids. So the two black Batmen and Damian aren't there. Or the two black members of the Bat family and Damian. Those three aren't there. But basically we have Batman, Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Batgirl, and Batwoman. Those are the 6 that are there. They all pop super pills. And these are improved. You know what's going to happen to Clark? He wasn't ready because he didn't know they were there. He didn't think they were dumb enough to produce them there. But like before, Alfred was producing them there the entire time. There weren't many, but there were a few. And these don't really have any really big side effects. So with this, Superman is giving the meanest fate of a lifetime, and he cannot help it. At this point, anyone can come save him, or try to save him, and they will get folded as well. They can be Hawkgirl, can be Wonder Woman. They're going to get the same fate, much worse. By the end of it, Superman had to use his heat vision to blast everyone, but the thing is, Batman was in front of them as a shield, as Superman's getting defensive and scared. The thing is, at this point, he's operating on pure evil at this point. Basically, the damage is now reduced. So Batman takes grab Clark by the neck, and then pick him up, and he pulls a Superman and breaks his back over his knee. But he had to use shadows to basically bend him a lot farther. And due to just the enhanced super strength, there's a limit of strength that can now damage Clark. But even then, on this backbreaker moment, so he can infuse kryptonite into his suit too. He can probably do that. But Superman's back is broken. But due to just how dense Clark's body is, He didn't get damaged by Clark. He damaged himself on Clark, so his knee is also broken as well. But Clark's back is mainly the main thing that's broken as well. Like his spine is snapped. Batman's knee is kind of a bit cracked, not pieces, but just like there's a big crack across it now. His shadows are hold that together for now, so there's not really any obvious damage. But yeah, so Superman barely retreats, but all the pills had worn off by now. Oh, so he just crawls through the teleporter and gets away. So yeah, or he can actually just fly away. Actually, so yeah. So yeah, Superman returns to the Fortress Sultan due to no one dying there. He's not like banished from it, but he doesn't get help. He'll get help from Jor-El. He refuses to help Superman because he doesn't believe his cause is right. So yeah. Plus, he mentioned that girl with the sword almost try to kill a man who's a living nuke. So it's not safe to keep your company around either, and you're trusting the company. So I refuse to trust you. You can access the fortress. You will not be able to have access to me or any of the technology. Only your Earth parents will. And it's just to make their lives easier, not to help you. So you have this place to act as a lab and a bedroom. That is it. That's the entirety of the fortress for Superman right now. But yeah. But Jonathan and Martha see Clark, and they help him to his feet and onto somewhere to lay down while he heals. The only thing they say to him is you had this coming. You had this coming, son. There's much worse on the way. I know it. So yeah. So he's just yeah. Now this one, instead of Green Arrow dying, well, Mushroom Manhunter just leaves. Because he feels really guilty about Diana being in a coma, and it's very indefinite. So he decides to fly off and fly back to Mars. As more of just he doesn't really enjoy it there much. He enjoys it on Earth. So he's going there to kind of just repent and wait until she wakes up. Then he'll join the fight again. So sorry about that. Manhunter returns to Mars, and Captain Atom is now on Batman's side permanently. So yeah, and Batman is told to rest, so he just trains at the Tower of Fate for a little bit just to get there. When you have to leave, he has an idea. If you teleport out of the Tower of Fate, he's the only place that can actually he's the only person that's not a magician. The only person who's a magician that can leave to different dimensions anytime he wants to, as long as there's a person he knows the shadow there. Phantom Zone kind of just erases people, but he knows Dr. Fate really well to get there. So yeah, or knows Dr. Fate well enough to get there. So yeah, I heard that. I'm sorry. Yeah. While he's there, he decides to bring in Connor and Nightwing. Or not Nightwing, probably just himself and Connor Kent, not Connor as in the son of Black Canary and Green Arrow right now. Now in this one, I can probably see Dr. Fate. No, actually no, this is the one that isn't right now. My bad. Nightwing and Red Robin and Batman are now training Superboy in the Tower of Fate, where no time passes for them. They won't get older, they won't get younger, or they won't nothing really happens. They're just training Connor to learn martial arts and just gain better battle tactics. But he's also basically teaching him to learn he's giving him more militaristic tactics. So yeah. But in this time, the Yellow Lantern Corps still is recruited by the Superman regime, and Hal Jordan and John Stewart abandoned the Green Lantern Corps for Superman's cause, but they're still Green Lanterns. Now Batgirl is out as Oracle, but Cyborg helps her, and whenever she isn't really at home, Jim Gordon is the one acting as Oracle, giving information in simple terms with Cyborg's help. So yeah, but when he's dying, he's with Barbara, and he dies with her. Now, this one, there's just an entire battle against the Yellow Lanterns and Green Lanterns. I say a lot of this is the same until Batman's entire side arrives. But, when it comes to Kryptonite Bullet, instead of it being Black Canary or Kryptonite Arrow from Green Arrow, it's literally just Red Hood being the best marksman they have aside from Green Arrow. And because he knows where not to hit the battle point, and the bullet being much faster than Green Arrow's arrow, because the guns are modified, either way, she knows Superman in an area that's not vital, but he's going to bleed a lot. So he hits the ground. Well, everywhere's kind of vital if you're shot by a gun, but But immediately Superman at the ground, clutching his stomach, and he's bleeding out everywhere. But eventually he double grabs onto a dead Yellow Lantern, and the ring goes to him, just how much anger he has, which strikes fear into a few people, on top of people who are already scared of him. So, yeah. With this, he heals, and we shove everyone out of the way as he kills Ganthet and Moro, or Oro. The planet the Green Lantern. What up? So, I wrote their name down. Mogo and Ganthet. That was it. Mogo. But Superman gets a Green Lantern ring, kills Ganthet and Mogo, and begins going on a rampage, which actually everyone's begins losing to. Even Batman and Superboy are pushed down. They're like, oh, we're down for the count right now. But eventually, on Ganthet's last wish, he actually would send power out to lanterns, and he actually would use his mind to connect, we want you to go to these people. And this is people with the most willpower. People with the most willpower, Batman, Nightwing, and Superboy. Those three have the most willpower right now. Batman gets the ring, instead of saying an oath immediately, he would just charge it up, and immediately, he begins overloading the ring's willpower, so it begins short-circuiting, and it just explodes. Well, kind of. But there's a massive crack on it now, but now he's basically Dawnbreaker temporarily. Nightwing has the same effect, but he's just, actually, he says the oath for shits giggles. Superboy just is like a regular Green Lantern, so he says the oath and all that. He's jealous that there's really no cool effect like there was on Batman and Nightwing. But these three basically begin decimating the Yellow Lantern Corps, and they fight John, Hal, Superman, and Sinestro. This one, Guy Gardner, almost killed, as Sinestro had killed John Stewart and framed Hal framed Guy. Hal tries to kill Guy by cutting off his arm and then impaling him and killing him like that, but when he does try to, Nightwing intervenes, and basically gives Hal so much combos that Hal doesn't even know how to react. With this, Hal's beaten, and Guy is saved. His arms reattached with Batman's help. So, yeah. And then Sinestro beats. He's beaten, but John still dies, sadly. But Sinestro nearly dies. And as everyone in the circling Superman, suddenly from behind, they end up seeing Nightwing. Well, they don't see who did it, but they see a giant sword pierce his chest. Everyone's attention is diverted, and immediately Superman would give Batman a right hook and shatter his jaw, knocking him out. Superboy doesn't know what to do as his will's wavering, and the ring flies off. With the willpower being shaken and shoved off, well, the ring leaves him, and this leads to the defeat of Batman and, well, the entirety of his side. But immediately Superman kind of just falls over, being unconscious now, because he was also fighting Superboy a little bit before his will started wavering. So he's tired, and he just collapses. So, yeah. Well, Cyborg would arrive, and now he reveals his traitorous nature, where he would imprison Flash and Damian. But he would help everyone else escape, but no one is really awake enough to notice who it was. They just know that they were in prison. They were imprisoned by a few people, and then other people escape. Wonder Woman's still knocked out, so yeah. Now, Constantine's story with Deadman, Spectre, Zatanna, Dr. Fate, all that is the same. But speaking of Dr. Fate, well, he wanted to get Green Arrow and Black Canary out of there, because they have a kid now, all that. Instead of this, they should have a different idea. Bring in a different Green Arrow so that he can live a normal life. With they bring him in, they explain what they need him for. And immediately he's like, you want me here to take a place of another guy? How fucking stupid is that? He's alive. But when he would actually see Dana and their Connor, their son, Connor, I'm pretty sure it's Connor, Lance, pretty sure it's Connor, Lance, Queen. So, when he actually would see Dana, Green Arrow, and Connor, he's immediately like, this is nice. And he's like, alright, for their peace, I'll stay. So if he can't have Dana, he at least wants to make sure one who has her can live on peacefully. So Green Arrow and Dana are kind of sent, somewhere else to live peacefully away from Superman. They might basically give them access, an old bat cave, where you're this one's just really not as advanced. I kind of give work on it. You guys can just stay there if you want to. So, yeah. And the quiver would go to Green Arrow and Harley. So, yeah. The new Green Arrow and Harley. So, yeah. But this one, Nightwing ends up dying from a very fatal stab wound to the chest. And with that, we go on to probably just Deadman giving Dick Grayson's powers still. But then that story keeps going the same until the clash of Mr. Mxyzptlk and Trigon. Now, when Bruce sees this, he would ask for help from dark magic users, where he would get a message of Shadow of using his own powers. And then with the help of the magic users, it'll crowd Trigon and Mxyzptlk in the shadows, and Batman would teleport them into his dimension and shove them down as deep as he can go. This dimension basically being infinite, literally infinite. If you with Joker, he was literally just thrown and he didn't stop going. He's just quite literally just not stopping. So yeah, he's gone he's on hundreds of thousands to millions of miles by now, and he will not stop until he is grabbed. But Batman does not know where he is because he's in the Shadow Realm, so he can't be grabbed, or he can be teleported to. But Trigon and Mr. Mxyzptlk get the same treatment unless they want to teleport away, but they end up teleporting to their own respective realms just because they don't want that to happen again. It was kind of scary because there's giant shadow monsters that are bigger than most universes in there. This universe is just infinite. There's really nothing to it. Oh, sorry, but after the thing, they return to both deities kind of return to their own separate dimensions. Hell and wherever that fucking Mxyzptlk thing is from. We go on to the confrontation of gods, and yeah. But Lantern Rings left Bruce and Connor. Now Nightwing died, so it's left by default. But Bruce and Connor, their rings leave because Batman completely overwhelmed his, and it left because it was going to break. And then Connor's left just because he succumbed to fear. So yeah. But the Clash of Gods is relatively similar. I was saying, so when it comes to the Massive Lake, something by Poseidon, because gods got involved, but also Diana woke up here, so yeah. So when it came to the giant waves by Poseidon, well, Aquaman, Mera, they're already on Batman's side, but even more so than canon, so they're able to arrive immediately and clash with Poseidon. When they begin losing, well, Batman immediately opens up a portal and jump in, and they all jump in. So it's basically just the regime versus the gods. And Batman mainly kept watch in case something bad was going to happen. So, yeah. But eventually this leads to Superman and Darkseid, and then Zeus and Highfather. Which those go very similar. So, with that, well, Batman wasn't really too much involved. He kind of just retreated, then watched. So, yeah. Then we go on to, I think this is year 5, where Plastic Man needs to free his son Luke from the prison because he is arrested for being an Superman fan. Anti-regime person. But then when Plastic Man needs help, well, he immediately is told by Batman ask Cyborg if you can find him. He'll say yes. He's like, are you sure? Batman's like, yeah. He'll say yes, trust me. Cyborg goes yes, and then Tim, who's already on call with Cyborg, helps him as well. And Tim will actually be able to take in with Plastic Man, and Tim will actually fight Metamorpho for Plastic Man, which Tim finds a way to win. I forgot a lot about Metamorpho, so if Tim would lose, tell me that, and we can have Plastic and Tim fight him together. Or if he would win, just say how easy he wins. But Tim is kind of able to remain off camera, and then when it comes to Plastic Man getting to his son's cell, he still frees him. But while he's doing that, Tim is passing out Green Lantern rings, and no one had seen him aside from the prisoners and Metamorpho. So immediately when Sinestro would canonically kill Kilowog, he's like, oh, Green Lanterns. He would just see Kilowog looking at him, and Kilowog would blast through the glass and pierce straight through Sinestro's skull, killing him instead. So with that, we go into Green Lanterns rebelling and escaping prison, going back to Oa. So, yeah. After that, we go on to where the game picks up. So we have this universe, the unique universe, combining with Prime Universe. And that's relatively similar, honestly. But anyone who can just detect danger from Prime Universe can detect this Batman, Insurgency Batman, is the strongest version of Batman they'd ever see, aside from Darkest Night and stuff like that. Even Jor and I would lose to this version of Batman simply because if he can be beat with his hands or tendrils, get lost in an infinite dimension. That easy. So yeah. But the story goes pretty similar, and it goes on with his death, leaving Cyborg as the only mole in the insurgent in the regime. But Cyborg tries to reveal his true colors, and Batman tries to basically be very, very, very sneaky and sneak around the entirety of Superman's hideouts. And Superman is like when he tries killing Shazam. Due to this being in Atlantis, I think it's in Atlantis when this happens in the game. Batman basically has to lay out the entire area. So when he arrived, he saved Shazam by basically kicking Superman in the chest and flying him back after eating a pill. Shazam is saved, and Batman would just send him like, "Hey, he opens up a portal from just like from here to Titan's Tower. He's like, go hide there. Superman can't see what it was, so Shazam flies through there, leaving Batman and Superman to fight. They fight, and it comes to blows where Batman's losing because it's coming to blows, but Superman's able to be hit in more vital spots and pass out. And Batman faints. Well, Aquaman saves him. So with this, we go on to just Aquaman. I think it's Aquaman versus Aquaman. Prime Aquaman would probably lose this one, I believe, because Batman's still around. He's just tired. So, yeah. But when it comes to Superman and Batman both regaining consciousness or regaining full power, immediately, like, as the fight is about to start again, Batman looks a bit more angry, and immediately, Superman's flashlight of his back being snapped, and he just retreats. So, yeah. So with this, Prime Superman and Insurgency Batman, they end up teaming up to save Prime Batman, who's mistaken for Insurgency Batman. But the regime in this one gets dissolved after Superman is imprisoned by Insurgency Batman and Prime Superman, and these two basically just lay waste to the regime Superman with really no difficulty. Prime Superman's a lot stronger, or not a lot, but he's stronger by a decent amount, and Prime Batman takes advantage, or Insurgency Batman takes advantage of regime Superman's PTSD towards his back being shattered. So, yeah. So PTSD and power versus victim of PTSD and weaker man. Regime Superman loses. Like, if anything, it might have been like a high to extreme diff with Prime Superman. It will drop to like low to mid diff with Insurgency Batman there because Superman is terrified of him. Plus fear toxin. So, yeah. Now Barry at the end of the regime being dissolved, Superman being imprisoned, Barry has the same house arrest as Ankle Monitor, but Batman can teleport to him to visit him at any time he needs to. So when it comes to like him running on the longest highway and sees a truck crash, when he saves it, Batman would arrive, look around, and he just tells Barry, watch it, and returns back to the Batcave. So, yeah. Billy Batson is put in juvie. Like, of course, like Batman's like, we're gonna just put you in juvie for a little bit. You're gonna have like a set release date. When you turn 18, you can be let out. Sure, and like, Billy Batson kind of shrugs, like, I'll turn 18 soon, I don't care. And he just shrugs. Archman returns to Earth after hearing about the gods and Diana reawakening. Damian is imprisoned in a manor with Alfred. And while Bruce is organizing the holdings and everyone else, Alfred requested it. So, yeah. Now, Ross rises with the group of Solovar, Grodd, and Suicide Squad. Or, actually, sorry about that. Was a very, very bad transition. Damian is in Wayne Manor. Then go on to about a year later, where Ross would rise with the group with Solovar, Grey Gorilla Grodd, most of us know who that is. Suicide Squad, we all know who that is. Now, there's Batman's daughter. Yes, she exists in this universe. I'm pretty sure it's even confirmed that the creator of this character doesn't know how to pronounce her name. It just has really nice meaning. Because it's in Arabic, it might be different. Like, it can be pronounced, like, people think Raz, or Raish. People call it Raish, Raz, Ross, a lot of that. It can be just a variety of pronunciations. I asked a few people who could speak Arabic, and one of them said Aphanasia, other ones agreed with him. That sounds very derogatory, I'm sorry. Other people agreed with him, that sounded like, yeah, Aphanasia seemed very correct to say it. As none of them had heard the name, so they kind of just were assuming what it sounded like. So Aphanasia works. But after Aphanasia, we have Vixen, Animal Man, the Heretic, and Talia. Heretic is, I think, a bigger version of Damien. That's all it really is. I'm having Heretic here instead of Jason Todd, because Jason Todd is on their side. It's on Batman's side. He never quote unquote dies, or he doesn't. He actually flat out just doesn't die. I don't know. I didn't need to say quote unquote. In the meantime, while Ross is getting his group, Victor Zsasz attacks Alfred, but Damian saves him. Damian arrived and basically beat Zsasz half to death. And when like Alfred's like, all right, that's enough. Damian was about to like tear his head off his body. But more or less, it ends with Victor Zsasz and Arkham looking like Stephen Hawking. So yeah. Alfred did lose a lot of blood, which did give him a really bad kidney disease. That's why I compare it as like Tachibana from Yakuza 0. That's how I compare Alfred's disease right now. Now, Bruce and Damian have a proper reunion when Bruce came to visit Alfred. Then Selina and Alfred were tired of the bickering and silent treatment at the same time. So these two, like Selina and Alfred, would basically decide to like have the two sit down, and they bring the entire Bat family to have these two settle their differences. And after a few hours of arguing, bickering, going on 24 hours nearly, immediately Selina and Alfred are like, all right, enough bullshit. Settle it, or we're done with both of you. Just settle it. So immediately with this, Batman and Damian see each other's sides. They end up kind of just giving in, and they end up shaking hands. And they actually see each other's sides at this point, so they kind of give in to each other, and they're like, all right, we'll accept your different beliefs. So yeah. Now Ross tries to recruit Damian, but Damian reaches out to Alfred, who reaches out to Bruce, and with this Damian joins in as a double agent. Batman has more double agents. Now this one, Blue Beetle is not trained by Ted Kord the entire time. He actually is recruited by the Teen Titans, and he accepts. So when Ted Kord dies broadcast on live TV, well, this leads to probably the same outcome, but then when Booster Gold comes to train Jaime, you see that Tim has been doing that with him, but well, Booster Gold's like, alright, well, I guess I'll join in with you. And Booster Gold now joins the Teen Titans as more like the adult supervisor. But at this point, the Titans are all around 18 to 20, so they're all adult. So they're now just the Titans, not like Teen Titans. So, yeah. So Booster Gold kind of joins as actual member, actually. You call them Teen Titans. But yeah. Now, Ollie and Canary, well, they had already kind of been hiding at this point, but they come out, and, well, they're just all the canon, Ollie kind of being rusty. He decides to become he becomes Red Arrow. But they both have like alternate Ollie and normal Ollie, I guess, or Insurgency Ollie and opposite Ollie. They both have like different facial hair. It was how them tell each other apart. As Ollie, our Ollie, the one that we have for the story, the one that has a son, he has just like a rugged beard. He's the Doomsday beard. And then Prime Ollie has more of a like refined stash, refined beard, refined goatee. So yeah. Alright, so we go into Ray shot everyone's below ground, and Damian would take Alfred, or kidnap Alfred, quote unquote, to heal him. It's really just like, I can just kind of bait you down here with Alfred, and we can bait you like that. Bruce is like, all right, sure, that works, I guess. Good plan. Our plan goes without a hitch, and Alfred is healed at the same time. Good deal. So yeah, but well, Ray didn't tell Damian about kidnapping Connor, the son of Canary, and Ollie, and also the two daughters of Jefferson, the current president. Jefferson also being Black Lightning. So yeah. So Batman's group in this one is Batman, Blue Beetle, Canary, Green Arrow, Red Robin, Deadman, being Nightwing. Red Robin is Tim Drake, by the way. Wildcat, Damian, and Harley. Here's wondering how Harley's on the team while being part of the Suicide Squad. When Heretic took the Suicide Squad and Damian was around them long enough, he was basically able to remove Harley's bomb and already began kind of re-engineering the bomb to everyone else via tablet. So he didn't have time to finish it, but Harley's safe right now. She's fine. Her bomb was removed a while ago. No one knows. This is from like her and her allies. So yeah. Now, this one where everyone's talking peacefully and Blue Beetle's like outside trapped. Well, actually gives like a second saying like, "Hey, just don't let me like explain what's going on right now. These animals will die. Give me a second." He turns around, goes out of the shadow, appears outside, and tells Tim how much going on. And he she's like, "Tim, come out here." So yeah, so Tim's outside and is like just talking with Jaime. They find where the entrance was, and Tim's behind it again. And after Jaime's help blasting open, they all meet down there properly. So yeah. Now, Ross starts going on his entire speech about like all what he needs to do to preserve the world. That means like we can preserve the world, but you're taking it too extreme. You killed a kid's teacher, for God's sake. Immediately embrace like just as an honorable sacrifice. And you look at the big animal man saying like, "You two are heroes. You believe that another hero had to die for the world to be safe. Did we learn nothing?" This actually kind of just alters Vixen and Animal Man's like convictions. It alters it a little bit. So in the midst of being shocked, Damien ends up tying up Ross. Animal Man tries to get ready to fight, only to be snuck by a bird. That bird was transformed into a full-grown boy who would give him the meanest right hook anyone's ever seen, and that is Beast Boy. Vixen would turn around, only to be just bear clawed across the face and sent flying to a tree. And when she tries to get up, well, Canary would kick her in the stomach, and that takes her out right then and there. So Vixen and Animal Man are done. Ross is being trained by Damien, and Batman would walk over and punch him in the chest one good time, and that takes the fight out, ends the fight right then and there. Talia and Aphanasia attack Bruce and Damien, but Aphanasia didn't realize how strong Damien was. He fights Aphanasia and says, "Grandfather was a good teacher. My father is the best that there ever will be." So they fight Aphanasia, they're both using shadows that are terrifying. Aphanasia doesn't realize how good Damien is at using shadows, because Ross is assuming he knows how they could work. Batman being the originator of the power, basically being the god of shadows at this point, Damien can use them better than anyone else aside from Bruce. So with this, he beats Aphanasia, but it was a really hard fight. So, yeah. Then this heretic would arrive as Batman's fighting Talia. He arrives to grab Batman by the head and crushing it a little bit. But then immediately Jaime would just put a blast shoes back and blast him across the room. So Batman's safe. And Talia would get ready to fight again, only to be hit over the head with a staff by Tim. So yeah. And then the Suicide Squad, well, Damien took a tablet and simply says, "Hi for you guys, will you just not fight?" And they'll like look around like I just usually they put their thumbs up. And Batman's like, or not, Tim's like, "All right, cool, give me a minute." He finishes with Damien started on the tablet, and the bomb was just shock them unconscious, and that was it. So yeah. Now immediately, Harley caught Orca because she's pregnant, and he's like, "Tim, that's very unsafe." Tim holds on, apologizing. Ivy escapes on her own, but she probably stays. Actually, she likes the place, but the entirety Ross is thrown into Damien's not Damien's Shadow Realm, into Bruce's Shadow Realm. So yeah, but yeah. So with that, Bruce throws Ross into a Shadow Realm. Talia is wandering the world unknown. But let's just finish the imprisonment to everyone else right now. Most of the Suicide Squads put back in Blackgate, but Croc and Orga on Request of Harvey and Bruce's influence as Bruce Wayne, not as Batman. They have like an entire separate area where it's just like a really big makeshift swamp, but yet like open seas. So Croc and Orca can raise their kid safely. What's in my pocket? The fuck is this? Ah, fuck it. Alright. So the Suicide Squad's put back in Blackgate. Damien and Deadman travel the world as Damien's like, "Alright, Alfred's fine, he's good now. He wants to travel as well. Alfred's only thing tying me to Wayne Manor. I'm gonna go off on my own." So yeah. So Damien goes off on his own. And he's with Deadman, being Nightwing. Bruce, Selina, and Alfred. Well, Alfred's traveling the world on his own right now. Just exploring the luxuries, but he's up by talk to Aphanasia from time to time, like via FaceTime and all that. Well, Bruce and Selina have her on house arrest and childproof their entire house to talk to Aphanasia and gets to know her as well. But she also cannot leave the house without being shocked to the point where it'd knock her out every time. So her powers aren't really as adept as Damien's because she wasn't trained by Bruce, and he will not train her until he can confirm she's on the good guy's side right now. But yeah. Heretic is imprisoned in Titan Tower. If we're using I feel like using the Heretic from the Bad Blood movie, where he's very much childlike and very like craves Talia's attention because that's his mother and she doesn't accept him as a son. Due to her being missing now, and you see Tim being able to like use Starfire's like, where your siblings like little like I made your father. I'm his adopted son. I'm older than you, even though you look older. I'm your older brother, and I'll guide you. That's it. To me, the Heretic kind of has Tim's like an older brother and mentor figure. And then there's Booster Gold, who's like a cool uncle. The Titans are like Heretic's only form of legitimate family. And then with Damien's, it took a bit of convincing on Bruce and Damien's, on Bruce and Deadman's side, to convince Damien and Athanasia to call Heretic and act like siblings to him instead of just like comrades. So yeah, so Heretic is now like his family issues are settled, and he's on the Titan side. He's a Team Titan, even though he's like probably not much older than Damien. So he's probably a lot younger. Never mind. He's like the same age that Jason would. The same like he was born or not born. He was made on the time that Jason Todd should be with Ross, or the time he came out of the ground. Like he's probably a little over 5 years old, around there. So, yeah, a lot older than 5, but still. But then Solovar and Grodd, they're also imprisoned. Yeah. Now, while Damien's traveling, he would find Black Adam's country. And, well, Black Adam's in a way that Damien is no longer part of the regime. So, in this one, it goes pretty similar. He disrupts Kara, all that. But while Damien and Kara are talking, Deadman would arrive, and him and Damien tell Kara the truth. Kara didn't really believe it until Damien took her into the Shadow Realm and brings her to like where like Bruce is, or where the Batcave is, and Damien shows her everything that's going on in the world that was going on in the world according to what happened with Superman. Kara's like, oh, my cousin's an evil fuck. Good thing he's in prison. So she returns. Black Adam's pissed that she left, pissed that she knows the truth, or pissed that she knows her version of the truth that he doesn't agree with. So he fights, and he tries to kill Damien and Deadman, but Deadman will possess him temporarily, holding him in place until Kara hit him right here, and points to solar plexus. And Damien says, fly fast, hit him with a knee right there. And she does just that. Makes him cough up blood, and he hits the ground and just throws up blood. He's not dead, but he's dead. He definitely needs medical attention quickly. So yeah. But Damien with Ben's help, leads Kara to the Fortress of Solitude, where Jonathan, Martha, and Connor Kent, not the son of Canary in Arrow, Connor Kent, Jonathan Kent, and Martha Kent all take care of Kara in the Fortress of Solitude. In space, Guy Gardner's flying around, and he's more like a PO for Hal. And Guy Gardner's alive. He doesn't really hold any grudge against Hal. He's like, they even convince him to give him a lighter sentence. If anything, he's here for like 3 years on like hardcore labor. That's it. Hardcore labor. He'll never get his ring back, but he'll be sent back to Earth. So yeah. So with this, Hal ended up when it came to the Red Lantern attack, Hal got a ring a lot faster with Guy's help. Like Guy was like, "Here's my ring." Hal conjured Guy conjured another one to himself, saying like, "Oh yeah, mine's gone." So him and Hal team up and fight the Red Lanterns. Even if Hal became a Red Lantern, well, he can just like, "Oh, I hate myself." The Guy will cut off his hand probably. That's an easy thing to do. Instead of making Hal cut off his fingers, like he cuts off Hal's hand, the ring flies off, and they end up reattaching it. So after that, Hal's like, "Red Lanterns are dealt with. My hand was gone for a little bit." And Hal's like, "So we're even now, right?" Guy's like, "Not by a long shot. You took off my arm. You lost a hand for 5 minutes. Not even close in like depth or in debt." So yeah. But we keep going. So yeah, but then everything happened. But we go back to Earth where pause. Alright, sorry about that. Back on Earth, the Brainiac Joy would arrive, and it kills Solovar and recruits Gorilla Grodd. But Grodd would be able to eliminate Ross is kind of just thrown into Shadow Realm, so he doesn't need to be killed here. He's probably already dead by shadow monsters, or he's traveling with Joker, one of the two. So yeah. Now with this, we go on to where the comics part 2 begins. or Injustice 2 beings. We have Black Canary, Green Arrow, Harley Quinn, and Red Robin on Red Arrow as well, forming an alliance with Swamp Thing. Black Canary and Green Arrow are abducted by Brainiac. As Brainiac thought Red Arrow was the inferior version, which he's very rusty compared to Green Arrow, who's been fighting the entire time. He's been training and fighting a lot, including with the Titans. So, yeah. But, yeah. What else? Oh yeah, Brainiac also hijacks Brother Eye. I don't fully remember Injustice 2 like I remember Injustice 1. Plus, I don't have the Injustice 1 or 2 games, so a lot of this is going to be very short and simple to make it easier on me. Not long after the abduction and hijacking of Brother Eye, Catwoman and Athanasia, who has a tracker in her right now, Batman trusts her a little bit more. Catwoman and Athanasia free Harley from, I forgot what it was, but we're pretty sure it's Grodd. We have Flash, Hal, and Guy, who joined Batman officially. It was just Flash and Hal, but now Guy is there with them as like Hal's PO at this point. And Brainiac's on the move. Guy's like, we need all that we can get, and Hal's pretty important. We're like, all right, well, you've been responsible at this point, so fine. Hal can have his ring. After Brainiac's situation is over, ring back. So yeah. Brainiac attacks Atlantis, which led to them joining Batman as well. Like, again, they were already some allies. They should need to join him in war, but now Batman's like, oh, guys, found out about Brainiac. Come back to my side again? Yeah, let's do that. So, yeah. Wonder Woman and Black Adam team up, but nobody's on their side. Literally, everyone's against them because, simply put, other allies are dead or not on their side anymore. So with this, they even tried to break Billy out of juvie, thinking that he'd be mad. No, he's 18, or about to turn 18. I forgot how old he would be. I'm pretty sure by year 5 he's 17, and he's in juvie around that time. So at this point he's either turning 18 or he is 18. So one way they're breaking him out of juvie, or they're breaking him out mid-trial. But other than that, he's like, you're kind of ruining my time here. They're like, no, I don't know that. Say Shazam. At the guards, and he mouths the words like, I'll help you. And turns into Shazam. And he proceeds to basically beat the dog shit out of Adam. And while he's doing that, Wonder Woman tries to fight him, only for Blue Beetle and Firestorm to arrive. And they beat Diana while Shazam clobbers Black Adam. So yeah. And this one, Batman doesn't need an alliance with Superman because he has Superboy and Supergirl. They're both pretty powerful. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, with this, Superboy, who takes superpower pills to get stronger than Superman physically and faster than Superman in terms of speed. Like, he can be physically above Superman. Then we have Supergirl, who's on par with him right now because she's been training and has fought pill-enhanced Superboy a lot. So, yeah. Cyborg and Tim, free Brother Eye from Brainiac's control. Wonder Woman and Black Adam are imprisoned. Shazam and Aquaman look for the Rock of Eternity instead of Black Adam and Aquaman. But Grodd attacks them with a brainwashed Canary, Green Arrow, and Blue Beetle. Now Shazam being a bit stronger than Kanan at this point, and then, or stronger than Adam at least, and Aquaman, who's also a bit stronger as well. They kind of loaded for that group with really no difficulty. So Aquaman and Shazam, they use the Rock of Eternity to breach the shields for Supergirl and Batman to board the ship, with Manhunter and Captain Atom, as though those were still around. Firestorm and Swamp Thing attack them as they're also brainwashed, probably Grodd. But Manhunter and Atom pretty easily handle those two, while Batman and Supergirl attack Brainiac. In the middle of that fight, Atom and Manhunter arrive to help with the jumping. So the jumping gets even more intense. And Brainiac loses. So that Brainiac is the loser. Only person who really wants Brainiac dead is Aquaman. He's outvoted by much stronger people. Mainly about 3 of them, but still they're much stronger. So with this, the result is, Batman's route where they end up learning to destroy planets. And once they learn everything they need to from Brainiac and his ship, Batman throws him into the Shadow Realm. because he only throws those who are in there now, who are literally too dangerous to be let back out and don't really need to die yet. So yeah, there's really time doesn't really pass in there. It's kind of just infinite loop of like you're thrown, so you keep going. So yeah. But he is tethered. Like the only portal there's there now is like a portal to the sun. So if you just want to escape, you're gonna be put into the middle of the sun. So if you get suicidal, you know where to go. Which is very sad, as Ross was the first one to climb in it. So yeah. So yeah, now Brainiac and Joker have two options: is either get lost in infinite darkness again or burn to death. So yeah. Batman also finds gold kryptonite. And he depowers Superman and leaves him in the fortress under the watch of his parents and Supergirl, who goes there from the time. Well, she stays there mostly. She's not really like... She goes there. She goes out a lot, but mainly in space, too. But she stays there a lot more than everyone else does, aside from, like, Jonathan and Martha. But this is the end of the story, kind of. We have the epilogue where we assign the teams. The Justice League is led by Batman, and Supergirl, kind of. She's on and off. But mainly led by Batman and Manhunter. There's Aquaman, Red Robin, Cyborg, Green Lantern, being Guy Gardner, Hal returned to he's more like the assistant to the Guardians, Black Canary, Green Arrow, Red Arrow, Harley Quinn, Captain Atom, Plastic Man, Firestorm, Flash, and Wonder Woman. But as we saw in the comics, Wonder Woman was replaced, weaker but still Wonder Woman. This one's also black. So her. Titans. Superman, now Connor Kent. Connor Kent is now Superman. We have Deadman, who's Nightwing, who also acts as like a training instructor. Nightwing, who's now Damian. Athanasia, who's a tracker runner, but now is accessed by mainly Damian. Blue Beetle, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Shazam. Those are the Titans. Everyone else kind of acts as independent heroes, if I didn't mention them already. But yeah. This is the story. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more. Adios.